Good morning, everyone. Good morning and welcome you all on this beautiful November morning. Nice and sunny, crispy morning. It's so nice to have you all here today for heart opening practice. We're still doing upper body flow. We're still focusing on shoulders. The entire upper body, actually. We're going to strengthen ocular muscles. We're going to open up the throat, lengthen through the cervical spine, thoracic, lumbar spine. So we're still working on the spine, on the entire support of the body, but majorly we'll focus on opening the heart so we can breathe fuller, we can just connect more to the heart center, release any tension from the back and neck area, shoulder area. So I invite you to find a comfortable position. Make sure you have a sweater or a shawl, blanket, something to cover up so you stay nice and warm. We are going to spend some time seated. And we'll begin with pranayama practice. So make sure you have some tissues, some warm tea or warm water as we begin. So finding a comfortable position, whether you are seated on the chair or the yoga mat, and take a moment, close your eyes, align your body, your shoulders with your hips, your ears with your shoulders as much as you can. Stay in a comfortable position. And taking a moment to connect to the breath, feeling your breath flowing in and out. Just notice the softness through your shoulders as you inhale. Exhaling to relax the shoulders. Inhaling into the face, into the head, softening through the face, softening through the neck. Taking a deep breath into the heart space and softening through the chest, relaxing through the back. And taking a deep breath into the belly, lengthen the spine, lift the heart, spiritual heart. Keeping the shoulders relaxed, keeping your face relaxed. As you exhale, relax into your position. And from here, we'll begin with Anuloma Viloma, alternate nostril breath. Always beginning on the left, finishing on the left, 2 sets of 10 rounds. Whenever you're ready, bring your left hand into Jnana Mudra, index finger and your thumb touching, and rest of your fingers extended. Just placing your hand right on your leg. The right hand using your thumb and your ring finger to open and close the nostrils. For those that are new to pranayama, resting index finger, middle finger right on the third eye center in between the eyebrows. Closing the right nostril, deep inhale through the left. Pause, switch, exhale through the right. Pause, inhale through the right. Pause, switch, exhale through the left. Just like that, alternate nostril breath. In through the left, out through the right. In through the right, out through the left. 10 rounds. Whenever you're ready, begin. Without rushing, slow, soothing inhalation. Pausing to switch. And exhaling out. Pausing and inhaling to the top of your lungs, unifying, balancing breath. As you finish, release your hand. Bring your hands to Jnana Mudra, resting your palms facing up. Body is relaxed, jaw is relaxed, face is relaxed. Bring awareness to your heart. Inhaling deep into the heart, bringing the intention, inhaling the intention into your heart. And if you don't have an intention, take a moment to find the intention, affirmation for today's practice. Could be as simple as I am well, I am abundance. I am love, I am light, I am strong, I am vitality, whatever resonates with you. Breathe it deep into your heart and exhaling with gratitude. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Even repeating thank you mantra shifts the vibration. So practice the breath to the heart, expanding, creating more space. And second set, Anuloma Viloma for 10 rounds. On your own pace, with your own flow. Deep inhale through the left. Focusing on the lungs, expanding the lungs, increasing capacity of the lungs. Exhaling through the right. And inhaling through the right, exhaling through the left. Notice your jaw, relax your jaw, soften through your neck, lengthen the spine. Breathe into your heart, breathe into the belly, simultaneously expand through that area. Moving the prana energy, allowing it to flow in and down. All that healing energy, life force energy, vitality. And as you finish up, coming to rest, relax, surrender, allowing the lungs to do its work. Just allowing the benefits to settle in, lung tissue to rest, to come to its natural rhythm. And notice your breathing, bringing all the senses to the breath. Notice the movement of the chest as we inhale, expanding the chest, expanding the lung tissue, filling in with prana, filling in with oxygen, allowing this energy to flow. It's beyond the oxygen. It's also moving the energy, moving the rasa from the heart through the vyana, which is the movement, omnidirectional flow that flows through the heart, moving the nutrients, moving this rasa tissue, plasma through the body to nourish every single cell. So heart is vyana vata, also air and water elements is activated and moved through the body. Air moves, movement of muscles, movement of cells, all that intra, extra cellular fluid movement is all vyana energy. The movement of the joints, the electromagnetic movement, the muscular movement, all is vyana. So we focus the practice today on moving the vyana in a specific controlled way. So we balance this energy within the body. Coming to Bastrika, we'll do 10. If you are a beginner, try 10. If you've been doing pranayama for a while, 15 or even 20, exaggerated. Inhale and exhale, bellows breath, Bastrika. Again, moving the vyana energy. It's heating pranayama. It prevents accumulation of mucus in the lung tissue, especially in the lung and chest area, working on avalambaka kapha, releasing any stagnation. On a mental level, emotional level, it will help to release any stagnant emotions, any undigested emotions, feelings of grief and sadness. So anything that you want to let go of, this is a good time to set the intention. I'm letting go of whatever resonates with you as we flow through Bastrika, cleansing, clearing pranayama. Tall spine, exaggerated inhale to the top of your lungs, pause and exhale through the nose. All the air out. And then again, inhaling to the top of the lungs and exhaling. So not to worry about the body mechanics, just focusing on fully inhaling, fully exhaling to empty and allowing the body mechanics to flow. Okay, whenever ready, 10, 15, maybe 20. Remember to pause in between, very important, and relax your jaw. The tendency is to clench, to grind the teeth. On the last one, fill in and hold. Fill in the heart, hold, sip it in. Sip it in through the mouth to fill in fully. Pause. And when you're ready, exhale. Enjoy the lightness, meditating on your heart, breath awareness on the heart. Invite your intention. Inhale. Affirmation. Each inhalation, repeat, I am well. Exhale, thank you, thank you, thank you. Second set, Bhastrika, heating pranayama on this cool November morning. Releasing any ama accumulated through the body, Bhastrika pranayama, 10, 15, or 20. Breathe deep, expand all the lung tissue from the top to the bottom. Front and back. See if you can breathe to the bottom of your ribs on the back. On your last one, fill in whenever that is for you, and hold the breath in your belly and your chest. Sip it in and big Buddha belly. When you're ready, expand. Hold. Just holding and exhaling when you're ready. Take a breath in, lengthen the spine, realign, enjoy the lightness. Notice if there's anything shifting in your body. Breathe into that area with intention to cleanse, to clear, to let go of anything that consciously and subconsciously is not serving me on this path. And releasing and letting go anything that no longer is serving me, anything that is standing on my path. any blocks that we no longer need, clearing out. Coming to Kapalabhati, 2 sets of 100 Kapalabhati, alchemizing, transforming solar plexus, fire element, navel awareness. If you're new to Kapalabhati, bring your left hand to your belly, or even for awareness, we bring left hand to the belly. Taking a deep breath into the belly, expanding big Buddha belly, and to exhale, draw the navel in, snapping movement, strong action, pumping the belly, allowing the inhalation, exhalation to flow in passively. So whenever you're ready, begin. And more. Deep breath into the belly. Hold the big Buddha belly, expand, hold your breath. When you're ready, inhale. And exhale to relax. Relax your belly, relax your lower back. Take a deep breath in and lengthen the spine. Lift your heart to open the heart. Meditating on your breath, meditating on your intention. Second set, Kapalabhati. For 100, whenever you're ready. Pumping, that's snapping, strong action through the belly. Inhaling, filling in the belly. To exhale, draw the navel deep in. And then relax, draw it in, relax, draw it in, relax. And allow that prana to flow in and out. Deep breath in to hold as you finish. Expanding lungs, belly. When you're ready, exhale completely and pause. Relax your belly. Ujjayi breath, throat chakra, expression, communication. Also strengthening the vocal cords, strengthening the laryngeal muscles, balancing the thyroid gland for upper body flow. So Ujjayi is the victory breath where we inhale and resonate that high-pitched sound through the throat that sounds like. Exhale through the left. So the right arm, hand rises. Stretch and lengthen through the body and then exhale through the left. For 7. 'Strong voice. 1 more. Exhaling fully. Come to meditate. Meditating on the throat chakra. What am I holding? What am I holding in? Am I holding my voice? Am I holding any feelings, any emotions? What needs to be released? What needs to be let go of? Coming back to the heart, coming back to intention. I am well, I am abundance. Repeating your affirmation on the inhale, exhaling. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You can repeat thank you as mantra silently, quietly in your mind on your exhalation. Just noticing the vibration, how it shifts the vibration. The simple mantra of thank you, thank you, thank you. Gratitude. Bring a big smile to your heart, big smile to your face. Stretch the legs for a moment. Extend through your knees. Gently shaking up, bouncing. If you're seated on the ground, if you're seated on the chair, simple windshield wipers, just moving, just bringing a little bit of lubrication to the ankles, to the knees, to the hip joints. And if you wish to change your position, you can Change your position, coming from the chair to the mat, maybe from the mat to the chair. Yeah, we're going to do some neck exercises, some eye exercises. So we are still sitting. Make sure you're comfortable. You don't have any aches and pains, stiffness in your joints. So for here, we're going to close the eyes back, and you can bring one hand to your heart center, one hand to your navel, finding comfortable position here. Align your ears with your shoulders. Staying centered, we're going to draw the vision to the top of the head and keep the eyelids closed. Even if they come to partially, lightly open, that's fine. Just keep the intention of keeping the eyelids closed. To draw the vision all the way up to the top of your crown of your head. Breathe in softly, out softly through the nose. And just keep your vision to the top of the head as much as you can. And then from here, keeping your head centered, draw the vision and only vision down towards the chin. And then down to the throat. And gazing back to the back of your neck, as if you could look towards the back of your head. And from here, come back to center, keep your eyelids closed. Just relax your eyes. And when you're ready, draw your vision to the left, as if you could look through the left ear. All the way back without turning your head. Keep your vision there. And steady. Samavriti Ujjayi breath, inhaling, exhaling through the nose. Coming back to center. Squeeze your eyelids and eyebrows, scrunch your eyes and relax. And from here, draw your vision to the right ear as if you could look out through the right ear without turning your head to the right or to the left. Keep your head straight. Keep gazing through the right ear. And then coming back to center. Release your hands, place your hands down on your legs. Take a deep breath in, lift your chin up, open your eyes, gazing up. Lift your chin up, open your throat. And from here, exhaling chin to chest, keeping your shoulders in alignment with your hips. And again, inhaling, open your eyes, gazing up. Chin comes up. And then exhaling, chin comes to chest, relax your shoulders. And one more, inhaling, looking up, gazing up, lifting the chin. And exhaling all the way down. Coming back to center. Close your eyes and draw your vision to 12 o'clock. Now we're going to draw the clock. Coming to 12 o'clock. Then coming to 3 o'clock, just the vision, 6 o'clock, and 9 o'clock and 12 o'clock. So start to draw circles a little bit faster without moving your head, just your eyes moving. And just using the clock, hour, gaze at, drawing circles. See if you can draw full circles. Nice and smooth, just passing by 12 and passing by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so on. Just passing the hours with your gaze. One more circle. And coming back to center. And again, scrunch your eyelids and relax. And coming 2 head circles. Inhale, lengthen the spine. And as you lengthen, keep that length. Exhale, chin to chest. And inhale your left ear to the left shoulder without moving your shoulders. Coming all the way up and then exhaling. Coming all the way down. Keep your shoulders gently pressing down, shoulder blades, gently hugging the heart behind, opening the heart. One more circle. And from here, coming back to center, roll your shoulders in, forward, up and back. Isolating the head, keeping the head centered and moving just the shoulders. And reverse. Open the heart as you inhale, exhaling forward. One more circle. And coming back to center, close your eyes. Now draw the vision to 12. And then draw the vision to 9 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 3 o'clock, and back to 12. So reversing the circles. Now each hour, touching each hour with your gaze, working on smooth, round circles. Relax through your forehead. Going all the way to the top, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 9 o'clock, and so on, counterclockwise. One more circle. Coming back to center, squeeze and scrunch. And release. Now take a deep inhale and lengthen the spine. Exhale, chin to chest. And inhaling right ear to the right shoulder. Draw circles with your jaw. Outline your jaw, nice and soft. One last circle. And coming back to center, roll your shoulders back, bring your hands to your shoulders, lift your elbows, and from here, draw big circles with your elbows. Inhaling all the way up, hug your shoulder blades behind you. Exhaling, draw elbow to elbow without coiling the spine. We are keeping the spine nice and tall. Nice and neutral. See if you can keep your ears with your shoulders. And just opening through the sides of your body as you breathe in, growing taller. Expanding through the side ribs. One more circle. And from here, coming back to center, release your legs. Again, straighten your legs and shake it off. If you're seated on the chair, tap your feet and shake it off. Any tension, any stagnation, releasing. And from here, seated tall. If you're seated on the chair, bring your legs together. We're coming to anchor through the left hand, inhaling the right arm up, all the way up, palms facing in, and exhale, C, shaping the spine, root down through the right sit bone. Breathe deep into the right armpit and gently draw the right shoulder back. To level your shoulders, to square your shoulders. We're coming into very gentle pulsation. Breathing in, lengthening, exhaling, softening, focus on lumbar spine, thoracic spine, cervical spine, keeping all that length through the spine. Next inhalation, coming back to center, and then exhale. Stretch as much tissue as you can by extending your arm to the side. Root down through the right arm, and now inhale your left arm up, palms facing in. Deep breath in, lengthen through the left side of your body, and then exhale, C-shaping any amount. Draw the left shoulder back. Square your shoulders and stay with your breath, gently pulsing in, focusing on lengthening through the spine, gently hugging in through the core. Strengthening the core as we strengthen the spine, entire spine, increasing range of motion through the left shoulder. Keep reaching, keep breathing into the armpit. One more breath, full breath. On your next inhalation, lengthen, stretch up, come back to center. And exhale the arm down, turn your palm down, stretch, wiggle your fingers, stretching, reaching as much tissue as you can. Beautiful. Now we're going to bend the elbows, bring your palms up, keep your feet rooted through the toes, the heels, gently pressing in as if you could just scoop and feel the arches lift, gently hugging your legs. Softly hugging, engaging all the muscles to contract, lift your pelvic floor. From here, we're just going to catch the thumb. So you're opening and spreading your fingers wide, and then catch the thumb, catch the thumb, catch the thumb. Pronating, supinating. Keep your elbows hugging into your body to isolate. Deep breath into the heart, keep opening through the heart. And from here, coming to release completely, shake it off and wiggle. Shaking it all the way, feeling that vibration coming through the shoulders, releasing any tension. Swing your arms forward and back. Keep shaking it. Feeling all that vibration in your bicep, tricep. And from here, relax and shake it up. Bend your elbows. Beautiful. Bring your hands down, palms facing down to your legs. From here, roll your shoulders back, squeeze your shoulder blades. And from here, bring your elbows to 90 degrees. We're going to bring the thumb across and wrap all of the fingers over the thumb. So you're going to bring your thumbs over across, wrap your fingers, and then from here, bring your palms facing in a fist, and we're going to extend. Draw all the knuckles down to the ground, stretching right through. Beautiful. And just hold it there. Make sure you hug onto your thumb, feeling that deep stretch here. And from here, bring your hands together. Hug all your knuckles. Extend your arms forward and stretch. Inhaling your hands over the head. Growing tall, aligning your arms with your ears, your shoulders. Gently tilting your pelvis forward. Inhale deep into the heart. Exhale, draw the navel in. One more inhale, reach tall with your hands. Crown to the hands, heart to the crown, and then exhale, bend your elbows, release your hands. Lower your elbows and come to circles, keeping your hands interlaced, coming to circling your wrists. Omnidirectional flow. Notice if there's any stagnation through your thumbs, through any joint. Come to stretch and flex, come to extend, feeling your wrist, feeling your knuckles, feeling your fingers. Taking time. Coming to stretch one hand at a time, using the opposite hand. Coming to stretch your fingers. And switching. Beautiful. We're going to bring the hands together in Namaste prayers pose, bringing all of the fingers together in here in the heart center. And from here, we're going to lift the elbows, pressing in, leaving that diamond space. So there is always a space just underneath your wrist. All the edges of your palms, knuckles are pressing in. Connect all of your fingers together as much as you can into the prayer pose. Draw your hands down below to the navel, towards the navel. And then inhale and keep pressing your hands together. Bring them into your heart and over the head. Keep pressing the hands together. Extend through your elbows. Keep pressing your hands together. Keep pressing your fingers together. Extend through your arms, align your arms with your ears, lengthen through the cervical spine. And from here, exhale, keep pressing your hands together, lower your hands through right in front of your body, through the throat, heart, down to the navel. Keep pressing your hands together, inhaling all the way up, plugging in your shoulders. Prayer pose. Extend through your arms as much as you can. Keep your fingers together. Exhale down to the navel. Coming through the heart, navel. One more time. Inhaling up. All the way up. And then exhaling out. Beautiful. We're going to release the hands. Bring your hands behind you. Interlace your hands behind you and then stretch your palms down towards the earth. And sacrum down. Lengthen through the tail. Lift your heart. Deep inhalation here. And as we exhale, coming into a forward fold. Lengthen through the spine. Lift the heart, coming into the forward fold. Even if it's just a halfway Lift coming in, exhale, rounding the spine now. Lift your hands a little bit higher. Seated on the chair. I'm just coming closer to the screen so you can see me. Deep breath in and out. And as you inhale, lifting up, head over the heart, gaze forward, pause forward, engage your core. Deep breath in, and then inhale, rise all the way up. And release your hands, bring your hands together, shake it off. Shake your wrists, shake your fingers. Beautiful. And from here, coming into stand. So we're coming in to stand right beside your chair. Feet hip distance apart. And from here, shift the weight forward and back, making sure you have the chair beside you so at any time you can use it for support. And from here, inhaling, arms come up as you lift your heels up, and exhaling again, stretching as much tissue as you can. Wiggle your fingers, stretch your fingers. And into inhale, lift your heels, lift your arms. And then exhale, lower down, spreading your fingers, spreading your arms, being an extension of your heart. Keep your heart open. One more like this. We're going to bring the hands together at the top. Inhale up, lift your heels, hands together, prayer pose, and then interlace your fingers, leaving the index finger out. Deep breath in, deep lengthening through the body. And as you exhale, lower your heels, toe heel your feet, leave your arms up. Deep inhalation here. As we exhale, we're coming to very soft and gentle back bend. Exhaling out, gazing forward. Breathing into the heart. Feel your shoulders open. Feel your shoulder blades gently hugging your heart from behind. And then inhaling, coming to center. Keep that length through the spine. Exhale, release your arms. And then gently spread your fingers, spread your arms, and bring your hands to the back. Now we interlace through. Extend through the elbows as much as you can. Micro bend your knees. And from here, inhale. Lift your heart, lengthen the spine. Exhale, gentle back bend. Staying in your back bend, gently pulsing in with your breath. One more breath. As you inhale, come back to center. And then bend your elbows. Exhale, release your arms. So we're going to do this beginning of a Namaskar flow or warm up, facing the chair. So placing the chair, all the four legs are on the mat, at the end of the mat, coming to stand in the center of the mat, facing the chair. Now, toe heel your feet together. This time, legs together. Inhale, your arms up, all the way up. Next inhalation, lift your heels, grow tall. Interlacing your hands, pointing your index fingers out. Pausing, 3 breaths. Breathing into the sides of your body. Breathing into the armpits. Breathing into the heart. And as you exhale, lower your heels, keep your arms up. Inhaling, lengthen the spine. Exhale, back bend. Pause here for one breath. Draw the navel in, scoop pubic bone to navel, create that space. Next inhalation, coming back to center. And exhale, your arms, stretch as much as you can, stretching your fingers, stretching through the elbows, shoulders, bring your hands behind you, interlace. And if this is too hard, just place your hands on your back. It's about opening the heart. So from here, we inhale, lengthen, draw the energy of the pelvis down. Lengthen the tail, scoop pubic bone to navel, create that space through the lower back as you lift and open the heart. It's like a turtle coming out. So the pelvis is like the turtle shell, and the spine, the entire spine is like the turtle's neck. It really helps to visualize how we are lengthening through the lumbar spine, thoracic spine, opening the heart, keeping the length through the cervical spine. Keep lengthening the tail, activate the core, pelvic floor, legs are pressing together. And from here, inhaling, coming back to center. Exhale, release your arms. We're going to do that one more time. Inhaling, arms come up, heels come up. Staying tall, 3 breaths. Deep inhalation, exhalation, keep lengthening through the entire body, crown to the hands, heart to the crown, navel into the heart. As we exhale, heels come down, arms stay up. Exhale slowly with control. Stay tall. Inhale, lengthen. Scoop pubic bone to navel. Exhale, open the heart, gentle back bend. Exhaling down. Pause here for one breath. And inhale, rising. Exhale, stretching the arms out. Open the heart. Draw your shoulder blades behind the heart. Interlace your hands. Deep inhale into align pubic bone to navel. Exhale, gentle back bend. So there is that micro movement, pubic bone to navel to support you, your lower back. And inhaling, rising. Exhale, release. Beautiful. Now inhale your arms up, hands over the head. Exhale, forward fold, hands to the heart. Micro bend your knees, fold from the hip. Find a chair, shift the weight to the chair, and come to standing table. And as we come to standing table, cat and cow for 3. Bring your feet to hip distance apart or a little bit wider. Lengthen through the back of your legs. Lengthen through the spine. Lengthen the tail. When you're ready, look forward. Inhale into the belly. Drop the navel. And then exhale, coiling in. And again, inhaling, gazing forward, big breath into the belly, drop the navel. Notice the shift through the lower back and exhale, coming in, rounding the spine. One more. And then exhaling in. And as you inhale, coming into center, C-shaping the spine. Exhale, left shoulder, left hip. How far can we go? Inhaling center, connecting the movement within the breath, as if you could breathe out through the right side of your body. We're switching side to side. Center, so for 3. Deep inhalation, center. Exhale, draw, left shoulder, left hip. Long, soothing inhale, coming back to center, realign, and then exhale, right shoulder, right hip. Inhaling center. 2 more on each side. Looking behind you, gazing behind you as you C-shape the spine. 1 more on each side. Beautiful. Coming back to center. We're going to toe heel the feet in, shift the weight back, bend your knees deep, hips deep, and coming to Utkatasana. Inhale your arms up, hands over the head. Always modify. You can stay with your hands into your heart, and this is great. We need Utkatasana within each practice for Vata pacifying pose during this fall season, during this Vata stage of life. So deep inhalation, exhalation, either hands over the head or down to your heart. Pelvic floor is active, core is active. Gently drop your bone to navel and create this length. Feel this length, feel the legs, feeling all that energy through the legs. And from here, inhale, come to stand, hands over the head. We're coming to stand tall, feet together, hands together. And from here, exhale to the left side, C shaping to the left. We are going to gently shift the pelvis to the left, but stay rooted and grounded through the feet for Ardha Chakrasana, half moon pose. Inhaling softly again, breathing and pulsing with the breath. So it's your choice how far you go here, being very gentle. Remembering less is more. And the yoga is simple, we make it complicated. Uniting the breath with the movement without rushing either, without rushing the breath, without rushing the movement. Beautiful. Inhaling, coming back to center. Now exhale the hands behind. Interlace behind or place them on your back. And from here, coming into gentle back bend. Inhaling, lengthening, activating through the core, scooping, and exhale, gentle back bend. Open the hips, open the heart. Inhaling back to center. Exhale, release. Now, make sure you're standing in front of your chair. Feet hip distance apart. Inhale your arms up. Hands together. Exhale, forward fold. Hands to the heart. Inhale, lengthen, finding the chair, shifting the weight forward, walking in to find your table. From your table, we're going to shift the weight to the left. Bend the right knee and extend the right leg up. Extending the right leg up. Inhale, extend the left arm. Coming to draw the back toe in towards the knee and lift the leg. Square the pelvis, lower the right hip in. Reach and lengthen from the navel. Aligning the head, your ears aligned with your shoulders. Steady breath for 3. Keep reaching, keep growing tall from the navel, expanding through the left shoulder, left fingertips, from the navel down through the right hip and right heel. When you're ready, exhale, lower down. Step your feet together and exhale all the way back. Utkatasana, inhale your arms up, hands over the head. And exhaling them down to the heart, pause. Stay in Utkatasana. You can stay with your hands to the heart or extend your arms in behind you, interlace your fingers. From here, draw your hands down. Deep breath into the heart. One more breath. And from here, exhaling, forward folding. Either your hands are to the heart, forward folding, or your hands interlaced behind you, wherever you are. Coming to forward fold, extending your legs slightly. Deep breath into your lower back. Deep breath into your thoracic spine. Deep breath into your neck, allowing your head to hang heavy. Next inhalation, sit back, lower your hands back, open your heart, look forward. Pause, exhale, lower your hips. Inhale, lengthen the spine, exhale, release your arms. Bring them down to the chair. And then from here, inhaling, slowly rising to stand. And pause, Tadasana, mountain pose. Allow that circulation to settle, gazing down. Beautiful. Inhale your arms up. Hands together, feet together. Exhale to the right side, coming into Ardha Chakrasana, half moon pose to the right. Deep exhalation. As you exhale, soften. Breathe in through your upper body. Breathe into your heart. Breathe into your armpits. Next inhalation, rising up, all the way up. Hug your core and exhale, releasing your arms. Make sure you stand in front of the chair. Feet hip distance apart. Inhale, arms come up. Can gaze up, open up, hands together. Exhale, forward fold, hands to heart. Find the chair. Shift the weight forward, walk your feet to below your hips. And from here, we're going to shift the weight to the right, bend the left knee, extend through the left leg, toes are pointed in. From here, square the pelvis, inhale the right arm up, lengthen from the navel, align your head, your right ear with your right arm. Steady breath. Vata, pacifying, we're loading the long bones. At the same time, lengthening through the upper body spine. So on your exhalation, slowly float your leg down, arm comes down. And from here, step the right leg back. So coming into warrior two. As we come into warrior two, we're going to inhale up, align. Find your alignment, square your shoulders. We're going to circle the arms and palm the arms and keep lengthening from the heart. Open through the chest. We're going to do 40 little circles, reversing each 10. So whenever you're ready, begin to pulse. Small little circles for 10. And reverse, reverse, reverse. Now reverse the warrior. Bend the right elbow, place it in your waist, coming nice and low. Extend the left arm over the head. And from here, gently pulsing, opening through the left side of your body, making sure your front knee does not cross your ankle. Deep and steady breath here. One more breath. Inhale, lift that right arm, stretch up, bend your left elbow and come to lean on top of your left leg. Inhale the right arm up, over and across, palms facing down. And from here, we're going deep to open the right side of the body. So we're inhaling, gently lifting. Exhaling, coming to soften and stretch. So you bring movement. You can even bring that arm over if you feel like big circles. Inhaling, gathering all that energy, stretching, depending. If you want to challenge yourself, you can always use the chair for balance here. Left hand on the chair, coming to draw and open. Big circles opening through the right side of the body. One more circle. And using the momentum, inhale, coming back to warrior two. Extend through the front hip, lean forward, coming into a triangle just for a moment. Deep breath in. And exhale out. Inhale, rise up. And then slowly toe heel your back foot in. Coming to stand tall. Feet hip distance apart or a little bit more and coming into spiral. Notice the right side of your body, notice the left side of your body. Allow your arms to hang heavy, allow your arms to just gently bounce off your body. Allow this energy to flow. Beautiful. Slowly coming to center, toe heel your feet to hip distance apart. Make your way to face your chair. And when you're ready, inhale your arms up, all the way up, stretch up, lengthen, hands together, and exhale, forward fold. Find the length through the spine. Shift forward, finding the chair. Place your hands on the chair, shift your shoulders forward, and step your legs back, coming into a plank on the chair. If you choose to be on the wall, you can walk up to the wall, finding just your plank, loading the long bones of the arms, strengthening the shoulders. Then gently on a tippy toe, roll forward and back, micro movement. Feel that weight in your arms, feel that weight in your shoulders. Press the chair away from your body. Activate through your core, really hug through the navel, lift your pelvic floor, activate through your legs, hugging skin to muscle, muscle to bone. And from here, shift the weight back, step the right leg forward, left leg back, coming to pivot and finding a warrior position. As we find a warrior, we're going to circle the arms, 40 altogether, switching every 10. And reverse. And reverse. Reverse. Beautiful. Coming back to center, reverse the warrior. Open through the right side. Go a little bit deeper. Toe heel your foot in. Watch the back knee. You might have to micro bend the back knee. Hug through your hip. And then go down. Deep breath in. Open up. Usually hold it for 3 to 5 breaths, each pose or longer. And inhaling, coming back, reverse. So now the right arm comes to rest on the leg and extend through the left side. Entire side stretches from the bottom of your foot to the fingertips of your left hand. Deep breath in. And then from here, inhaling, rising, coming back to the warrior two, then extend through the front foot and fold into the right hip. Find your chair, open up. Stretch even deeper, just one breath here. Reach as you inhale, and then from here, toe heel your leg in. Beautiful. Slowly coming in and walk it off. Coming to sit on the chair. And as we come to sit on the chair, we're coming into Garudasana arms. There's so many marma points on the body that are activated by Garudasana. It's number one pose for Vyana Vata as well, to balance all circulation within the body. So if you've been doing Garudasana for a while, want to challenge yourself and want to come into standing pose, this is where you're going to be. Or seated on the chair, draw the right knee up, cross, step your left leg in slightly, so you can really hug your legs together. So you're coming in here, hugging your legs together, maybe even interlacing if your knees feel good. If not, press in. You can even draw your toes in towards the knee. Notice the difference to protect your knee joint. Hugging in, right leg on top. Inhale, breathe in your arms up. Exhale, cross, left arm on top. Turn your palms up, elbow creases, one on top of another. Bend your elbows, interlace your hands if you can. From here, we keep the spine in alignment, but we are hugging the arms into the chest and chest into the arms. With each breath, we're massaging. Focus on axillary lymph nodes, your armpits, and the garden of lymph nodes that lives in the armpits and the surrounding areas. So we are breathing in and gently compressing, resisting, massaging that area. One more breath like that. Keep pressing in. Keep the spine tall. And from here, we're going to inhale, leading with the elbows. Inhaling, elbows come up. Lengthen the spine, lift the chin, looking up, gazing up. And as you exhale, keep all that length and coil in, rounding the spine. Bring your elbows in towards the navel for 3. Inhaling all the way up, chin comes up, keep the length through the spine, and then exhaling all the way down. 2 more. Inhaling up, nice and slow. Breathing to the rib cage, lungs, heart. Exhaling out. Notice any tension, exhale the tension from your body. Bringing awareness, bringing intention into your breath. Beautiful. And from here, we're going to release. Sit nice and tall. Tap your feet. And then root down your feet, planting them softly down, legs together. Inhale your arms up. Big circles with the arms. Exhaling down. And again, inhaling, open to the side, open your heart. And then exhaling, palms facing forward, turning, rotating through the shoulder, big circles. Inhale, open up, lengthen up. And then exhale down. Lift the left leg up, cross, hug. Step the right leg into the center, hugging your legs in. Inhale your arms up. Exhale, cross, right arm on top of the left arm, interlace. Hugging your arms into your chest, pause, find your position. Lengthen the cervical spine as you plug in the shoulders. Breathe into any areas of tension through the shoulders, through the neck. Release any tension. Intention, exhalation. Each inhalation creating more space. One more breath here, and we'll begin to move. With the inhalation, you're going to lift your elbows as far as you can, lifting the chin, looking up, gazing up, opening the heart, extending through the spine, and then exhaling, holding onto that space, draw the navel in, and then inhale up. And then exhale out. One more. Beautiful. Inhaling, coming back to center. Exhale your arms and 3 big circles. You can come inhaling forward and exhaling out to the side with your palms down, or you can inhale to the side and exhale forward, palms facing down. Either or. Big circles. Open the chest, focus on opening the heart. Keep your sternum lifted, draw the shoulders back. One more. Lengthen through the cervical spine. And exhale, release. We're going to use the chair. Stand up and come to use the back of the chair for Anahata. So now the chair is on the top of your mat. All the legs are secured. And you have the backrest of your chair facing in. We're going to place the hands on shoulder width apart or a little bit smaller, depending on your chair. Walk your legs away and come first coming into that long table. The arms are at the extensions. Hips are over the feet as much as you feel in alignment. Toe, heel your feet hip distance apart. And from here, nice and soft, without collapsing into the armpits, we're going to exhale the heart out and down. So we're keeping the integrity through the arms, pressing the hands into the chair. So the palms of your hands are supported, pressing in. You find the engagement through the entire arm and shoulder. So your shoulders are protected. You exhale and you are melting your heart forward down to the earth. Deep breath in, you can slightly lift up, and as you exhale, hug the shoulder blades, hugging your heart from behind, pressing your chest forward, sternum, opening the heart. On your next inhalation, lengthen the cervical spine. So draw the top of your crown towards the chair. And exhale out from the sternum. One more breath here. Beautiful. Inhale, slightly, slowly lift. Look forward, gaze forward, pause, soften through your knees, and then walk forward. Bend your elbows and release, shake it off. Coming down to the ground, you can move the chair away. Coming in to lie down on the back. Beautiful sunshine here. Extend your arms along the body, and when you lie on your back, lift your legs up to the sky. And just simply point and flex. Allow your legs to drain. From here, we're coming to Utkatasana. So we're going to extend the arms along the body, and you're going to very gently wiggle your hips on top of your arms for support. Spread your fingers, creating L shape with your hands. And as you extend through your legs, draw your feet in towards the head. So you lengthen through the back of your legs. Using a core, this is Agni pose. We're going to exhale the legs halfway. We're going to hold. And when you're ready to release, you're going to bend your knees and draw the knees in and hug your legs into your chest, okay? So we're going to take a deep inhale in, lengthen from the sacrum to the heels, exhale halfway. Now, pause. So we're breathing steady, inhale and exhale. We're keeping the length through the legs, hugging the legs together. Pelvic floor is active, sit bones active, face is relaxed, neck is relaxed. Steady breath. When you're ready to come out of the pose, bend your knees and draw your knees to your chest. And as you hug your legs in, we're going to inhale, lift your head and lift your heart, coming into wind release pose. How beautiful. We're going to breathe in deep. Heart is lifted, head is lifted. Breathe into that shape. And as you exhale, empty completely, hold that shape and breathe into that tiny shape. And then exhale, make yourself even smaller, hold and breathe into that small self. On your next exhale, lie back, rest your head, extend your legs, place them down, open your arms, extend without touching, palms facing up and come into Shavasana. Yogic sleep. Take a deep breath in, breathing into the entire being. And then from here, bring awareness to your heart, and as you breathe in deep into your heart, expand that energy through your body. Breathe in your intention, exhale gratitude. Begin to wiggle your fingers, your toes, and begin to breathe in and out through your fingers and your toes. Gently rolling your head side to side. And when you're ready, draw your knees into your chest. Rock side to side. And come to roll onto the right side of your body. Connect to your intention. Connect to your heart and slowly rise to sit in a comfortable position. And close your eyes. And bring your hands to your heart. Take a deep breath in and gently bow your head to your heart, to your infinite wisdom, to yourself, and being grateful for this breath, for this day, for this morning, for this practice, for being together virtually connected. I wanted to thank you for sharing a beautiful energy with the group. And I wish this practice serves you well. I wish you all have an amazing day. Namaste. If you have any questions, either email me if they're long questions or write them in the chat box so I can check in and then answer your questions the next practice. Thank you so much for being here. And we'll see you soon.